guys are working on in areas like getting a pass rush, things of that nature?
Yeah, I mean, really, it's the same thing. Keep grinding. I know probably a lot of people will ask about that, but I mean, ultimately, the mindset doesn't change. We're going to keep grinding, and when the opportunity presents itself, we're going to capitalize. I think up to this point, we've actually done a decent job pass rushing. If you watch film, guys have been getting a good rush. It's just a matter of capitalizing.
And when you look at it, you have had stretches of very good defense and stretches of bad defense. How do you get the consistency to eliminate the bad stretches?
Yeah, I mean, it's just like Coach Kelly's been saying, got to have a sense of urgency. And the problem is sometimes that sense of urgency has to be motivated by being down by 3 touchdowns. So it's just a matter of being intentional and, having that sense of urgency intentionally and on purpose.
When you look at Duke on film, they have a mobile quarterback. He's young, likes to throw the ball around. What are those challenges he poses?
Yeah, I mean, he's a good quarterback. He's got a great arm. He's mobile, just like you said. And they have a solid O-line. So ultimately, we're going to try to keep him contained and do what we do as far as pass rushing.
Isaac, what do you think you guys are doing well defensively that you can build on through 3 games?
Yeah, I think the biggest thing, and I'm sure all the coaches have said it when interviewed, is just the attitude and resiliency. And that's something that you can't coach, so it's good to have it. And, I love playing with the guys. I tell Niles every game, mid-game, man, I love playing with you. In the D-line, you get, like Jerry had a great game last game. So a lot of good things to take and capitalize on.
But what is your message as a captain? What is your message to the defensive line and the defense in general?
Yeah, I mean, I told everybody, just put your head down, grind until December, and then we'll look up and have another conversation. But if you try to look at it too big picture, you lose sight of what's really important, and that's winning games. So I think ultimately we just got to take a game-by-game approach and just, like I said, put your head down and grind, and then we can talk about it later.
How do you develop that sense of urgency, especially among some of the the new guys, the young guys that haven't really played all that much college ball?
Yeah, well, I think the first thing is losing 2 games in your first 3 games. When that happens, you have to do something with it. You can't just let it sit there. So I think that just kind of causes its own sense of urgency. And so in a lot of ways, it's going to help us moving forward. You hate to have it happen, but it's the reality.
With such like a young and inexperienced defense, how long do you think that it takes for young guys to kind of get that experience under the belt and for a unit to kind of gel and come together?
Yeah, I mean, it depends. It varies from unit to unit. It's hard to answer that question because it varies from person to person. Some young guys can come in and dominate and gel immediately. Some guys can come in and they don't dominate and gel till the end of the season or their sophomore season. So I don't have a perfect answer. But I think we've had a lot of young guys play, and playing experience helps a lot. So that's going to be the biggest thing that's going to help them.